God, my bacon almost killed me.
Happy Tuesday.
Show, Martin.
Oh my. Good morning, everybody. Who's all here? We got Snort and Emmanuel. Hi, guys. Hope you're having a good morning. It's a hot, scorching day here in Missouri. How well, humans?
Hello, Snorri.
Hi, Snorri.
Man, we had an incredibly good show last night, and I feel bad because it was without Mark. Mark wasn't there, and I wrote an email this morning going, "Man, as much fun as last night would have been. Imagine if you'd been there, Mark. How much more fun that would have been." It was a great show. We had John Brandenburg on, and boy, I don't know what it was, but I had the geek in. And that's the science nerd side of me. And I started really getting into it with John about issues dealing with Xenon 129, explaining to people that there are differences between natural fission and an air explosion. You can't have a natural air explosion. That doesn't exist in nature anywhere. The only way you can get that specific Xenon 129 is from either a supernova or a nuclear explosion from a bomb. And again, somebody says, "Well, there's natural," and I said, "Well, you say natural, but you don't actually understand how the fission works." And this is something that John really got into with how, in order to get a Xenon 129 signature, the atoms have to be moving very quickly. Everything has to be moving quickly. And the problem with natural fission, everything's moving slowly into its place until its final resolution where fission occurs. And it's slow. So there's very little Xenon 129 signature. Whereas there's a huge signature, so huge that it was determined that some of it came from a different period because they're in different locations. And so therefore you had two nuclear events happen, not just one. And trying to explain it to people, because everybody wants to try to explain everything away as nature. And it's like, okay, really?
I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into her. Go away. Sorry.
It's so loud. I can't even think when she does that. So anyway, it was a fun show last night, and I look forward to whenever we have John Brandenburg on. He's just, he's a really knowledgeable guy, and I get tired of people try to dismiss him as some sort of crackpot. I said, he still actively works for the U.S. Department of Defense and NASA, and you're calling him a fucking crackpot? Who the fuck are you? What did you learn?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
A couple of books. Anyway, I don't like it when people dismiss that man. He's a crackpot. No, he's not. And I've even, I had problems with, our other friend, Mark, because, he kept going, well, and he was trying to dismiss some of his theories. And then we planned this debate with Mark. And I love Mark. I love both the Marks. They're really good guys. And Mark, I'm talking about, of course, Mark DiPerno. He's the guy you see on the TV show.
DiPerno is Chris, though, not Mark.
Proof. Yeah, it's Mark D'Antonio.
Yeah.
They're both Italian, so who cares?
Damn it.
It's about.
Just about. Yeah, Chris DiPerno and Mark D'Antonio. And D'Antonio, was kind of being dismissive of him. And I said, well, Don, what do you want to do? And he goes, well, we can have a debate between the two of them. So I set it up like, I did the great boxing promotion thing where it's like versus, and then Mark D'Antoni says, no, I don't, because I said a debate. I told him debate, and then once he realized, oh, we're going to do a real debate, he backed off a little bit, and so I removed the versus thing, and we just turned it into a regular show, and it was a fun show because D'Antonio kind of threw his thoughts in there, and John answered him. And don't get me wrong, D'Antonio's a fucking smart dude. He's an astronomer, professional astronomer, and knows his shit. And but when it comes down to it, there are two types of fissions that we're talking about here. And one creates very little xenon 129, and the other one creates a shit ton of it, which is what occurred on Mars twice. So people are starting to listen because now we've got a second probe, because we talked about the Oumuamua, and now we've got Atlas 3I, or 3I Atlas, however you want to do it. I made a joke about that a while back, like 3I Atlas. What is this, a Ray Harryhausen character? Nobody got it. You guys don't get it either. Ray Harryhausen, the father of modern stop motion animation, created a filming style called Dynamation. He did all the Sinbad movies. Did Clash of the Titans. I'm hearing crickets. Thanks, guys.
What do you want to say?
Hi, Mephisto. Well, sometimes I feel like we're a panel, and sometimes I feel like I'm in an adversarial situation.
Well, I don't know about that. So I know who Harryhausen is. I know the movies. I don't know the technique.
Yeah, but you didn't react to the thing I said, so I'm like, okay, crickets.
Maybe I'm dealing with the chat.
Oh, anyway, I'm reading it too. So, my favorite Terence Stamp movie is Stephen Frears' The Hit. Man, dude, that is a great fucking movie. We need to do that. It's got John Hurt in it, and not Heard, but Hurt. Two different actors, both dead, sadly. Great manipulator, getting inside John Hurt's mind. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I thought about it last night, as I probably should have done that movie instead of this one. And it was like, oh well, too late. So, hi, Mephisto. Wish you were here.
You have Andy.
Okay, Harryhausen. All right. Hi, 11 Alpha. Hi, Andy. Andy, I think, was watching the show last night, weren't you? Yeah, you were there. That was a great fucking show, dude. I don't let mine geek out very often. Boy, it came out last night. At least I felt like I was almost talking too much, because I actually interrupted John a couple of times to make a point about what he's talking about. And I don't ever do that. I just want to make sure I read all the comments. All right. So we decided to do this movie because I really do like the Limey. I think it's a simple story. I like this simple, structured stories. It's very simple. And the only reason why it appears complex is because of the way he is trying to show you the character. The way you get to know this character is what makes this film appear to be complex. But once you understand what he's doing, Soderbergh, it's really clear that this guy is trapped in the fucking past. And so many guys who spend years in prison that miss the raising of the children end up like that. I'm kind of like that with my sons, because there was a period of time where I was separated from them and I missed those years. I feel like I made up for him with my daughter by being there for everything. But and you know, and these were things beyond or outside my control with my sons. People doing things that I just don't want to talk about. But basically, I understand this guy, and I understood it when I saw this movie in 1999, the year my daughter was born, and I was really kind of in a dark place. And this film really kind of hit me because this guy is dealing with this regret, and he's got rage, and he's got anger, and he wants to know what's going on with his daughter. Why did she die? You know, was this really an accident, or was it something more? And of course, he discovers through his travels that she was accidentally murdered, but murdered nonetheless, and then crudely disposed of like she was nothing. And you've got actors in this movie that just really, what a cast. Okay, let me start with this. I'll start at the bottom of the list. You got John Cothran. Now, Cothran's been in so many things, from Yes Man, Boys in the Hood, Black Snake Moan, and Rango. This guy is a good actor. He's a black actor from St. Louis, Missouri, right here. He's a hometown boy. Then you got William Lucky, who I've always liked. He was in one of my favorite films with him. He is Sean William Scott's dad in the movie The Rundown with The Rock.
Yeah.
The rocket he drug at the end of the movie. That's fucking great. He's in this movie, just a small part. I'm starting at the very bottom. Now we get up to some of the other characters. You got Nicky Cat. Now,
yes.
I love Nicky Cat.
Welcome to the club.
him. He Dazed and Confused, Sin City, Boiler Room, which is a great movie, and nobody remembers that film.
Boston Public.
Yes, Boston Public. The guy's in so many fucking movies. He's the shotgun SWAT guy that says "fuck this" in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You know, great fucking actor. He plays this like low-level fucking hitter. You know, that we're, you know, his game is pool. He just wants to play pool, but also I can hurt people and kill them if you need them. And then you've got one of my favorite actors from my childhood, who died only a couple of years ago, is Barry Newman. And Barry Newman, I knew him from shows like Toma. I mean, I'm not Toma. I'm sorry. Shit. What was that finger? God damn it. It was a TV show back in the 70s where he was a lawyer. And
nope.
Oh my God, it's going to come to me.
Raisin.
Oh, I cannot. Petrocelli. And I love that show. They got 2 seasons out of it, and it was a really good show. But Barry Newman plays a very dangerous man that works for the producer, the main guy in the film, and who's played by Peter Fonda, by the way, son of Henry Fonda and brother of communist bitch Jane Fonda, traitor. But Peter really kind of kept his mouth shut. Like Henry was, if you didn't know this, Henry was pissed at Jane Fonda for doing what she did. And they didn't talk for years over it. And because he said, you shouldn't do that. And he criticized her for doing it and giving aid and comfort to the enemy. What's that referred to as? Treason. And yet she still got to live in this fucking country. But Peter Fonda, her brother, made some really counterculture films, Easy Rider, other films like that. I love him as an actor. And I think he, you know, and a director too, by he's a very good director. But in this one, he plays a producer that gets a little too big for his own britches. And he's the one who accidentally kills the daughter, Terence Stamp's daughter in the movie, because he gets mad at her. And what's tragic is when you find out what got her killed.
Yeah.
And it's slowly given to you through the story that when she was little, the way she would get her dad to not go do something bad as a criminal, she would threaten to call the cops on him. And it worked every time until it didn't. And he ended up in prison. And he ended up in prison because of somebody else. He did their time. And that's a story all by itself that we should see.
Yep.
You know, because people owe this guy, right? So it's a great part of the plot. And so Peter Fonda accidentally kills his daughter, and Barry Newman is his cleanup guy. And he's the one who cleans up the mess, the blood, and disposes of her body by putting her in a car and setting it on fire, crashing it and setting it on fire. And like, my God, that's really good. And then you have Lesley Ann Warren that knows his daughter for a whole other reason, because she was an actress and she was kind of her voice coach and then a friend. And so she becomes friends with Terence Stamp's character. And
It's a strange friendship because at first she's judgmental and
she's very judgmental, and she says it. She puts some of the blame on him for the way she was.
Mm.
And of course, he doesn't quite grasp that yet. He has to get all the way to the end. And he's standing there and he's like asking Peter Fonda, like, what happened to her? You know, and he's just got him to the ground. And you know, he didn't have to kill those other guys. They all killed each other for him. It was great. All the guards and shit and the hitman. They were all like shooting and killing each other. And then he just walks in and grabs Fonda, beats the shit out of him, hold him to the ground. And he's like, tell me about my daughter, you know? And he says it was an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen. And she, you know, she knew how big this deal was for me. And she didn't want me to do it. And she picked up the phone to call the cops. And then you flash back to that memory of her as a little girl,
Yep.
always doing it with her dad. And he goes, and she was going to do it. I could see it in her eyes. She was really going to do it. And I panicked. She wasn't going to do it. She was just trying to get him to stop. And he killed her. And then the dad realizes, oh my God, I'm also to blame for this. Because she only did that
It's
because
the
of
game.
me. Yeah. She only did that because of me. And she tried it with him. And because of me, she tried that. Thought it would work. And he just gets up and he walks away. And that's the end. You know, he's going to go back home. And it's devastating. And
Well,
the film is in disorder, though. I will say this. There's a disorder. Hold on. There's a disorder to the film that once you understand what's going on, you kind of it becomes, oh, it's a pace thing we're doing here, where it's like this happens, then that memory, this happens, and then that memory. This is said in that memory. And it's just always, it's like forward callback, forward callback, forward callback.
Well,
some people don't like that. I liked it.
I don't like it.
What
Yeah,
I
I know
got,
you didn't.
what I got about it is, well, the whole film is a remembrance. He's on his way back to England, remembering the whole ordeal. That is why, before some important event happened in the story, just before it, you have first a glimpse, 2-3 seconds of that thing that is going to happen, because you remember sometimes in that way. When you're remembering an event, you don't always get it linear. And I understood that very quickly because he asked Luis Guzman his name, and then he's back to the plane, and then you have the long scene, and I say, oh, he's remembering this.
Yeah, we're actually seeing into his mind. We're seeing what he's thinking about at those moments. And I totally get that because that's the way my brain works.
That
And
this could be a weird movie for some people because it feels
it
like
was
experimental cinema.
Anima just couldn't stand it. It was frustrating her. Also, and I agree with her on this. The soundtrack is this is a
Oh
rock
my
and roll
god,
guy.
that fucking
This guy-
cocktail bar background music drove me nuts.
Jazz. It's like, what the fuck is that music for? That is so anti what the character is. It's antithetical soundtrack, and I didn't like that. Luis Guzman, there he is. Fuck, man, he is so good in this movie. I love Luis Guzman, by the way.
Yeah.
And some people pissed and moaned and complained about him as Gomez Adams, and I'm like, did you read the perfect comics? Comic. Did you ever read the single panel comics?
Yeah.
That's fucking Gomez. That's Gomez from the comics.
Short and fat.
Yeah, with the mustache.
Works.
He looks just like him. And I'm like, oh my God, they nailed it. It's like, well, he doesn't look like the TV or movie one. Like, no, because they didn't look like the cartoon that it was based on. I loved it. By the way, Soderbergh's a weird dude. And I think I like that about him because he's worked with this writer before. The writer worked with him previously on Kafka, that movie I brought up to you with Jeremy Irons, which I like the film. I will never watch that with Anima because I know she's going to fucking hate that movie.
Well, I hate Kafka, so I won't touch anything that has his name on it.
Yeah. And
that's the reason why I can't stand Brazil and I don't want to go finish this movie for our show.
That's tough to get. You're gonna. Too bad. And so Luis Guzman is great in this. And people always took him for like playing serious characters. But the fact is, Luis Guzman's funny as fuck. I think he is great in dramas like this. But the fact is, I actually love it when he does comedy. Like one of my favorite movies he did was with Ryan Reynolds called Waiting, about working in a restaurant. And his character is so fucking funny in that movie. Terence Stamp is so terrific in this character. He gets to play something he doesn't get to play that often, a menacing tough guy. And he's only done it a couple of times. And it's another crime film. Well, also, I want to point out, in the movie,
oh, yeah.
In the movie, he keeps having flashbacks, and that is actually a younger him in those flashbacks. And the way they did that is they took footage from a movie he made in 1967 that oddly echoes this movie about a guy with a woman and the woman helping her husband, her new husband will clean up his act, but ends up going to prison because he can't stop being a criminal. And so it's really fitting that they added that footage into this movie. And it works. It really does work because both films touch on the same subjects. So I thought that was very clever of Soderbergh to do that, rather than trying to reenact scenes with an actor that try to get somebody kind of looks like him but doesn't. And by the way, when he's younger, man, he and Anthony Hopkins looked a lot alike when they were young.
Yeah, the eyes, the eyebrows.
Yeah, it's the eyes and the high cheekbones. It's a little of other things too, with the way they hold their mouths. They have very similar acting styles. A lot of looking down and mouth movement. But Stamp has gorgeous eyes, by the way. Piercing, fucking blue eyes. And boy, they are threatening in this movie. By the way, I want to read something up here. I don't remember this movie, Tom. I'm going to have to go back, and I'm sure I've seen it because I've seen tens of thousands of movies and in my lifetime. So I'm going to have to go back and check that one out. Fear is the Key, 1972. So I'm going to go look that up real quick so I can get a copy of it.
Well,
yeah. I do. I love Barry Newman. He's a very good actor. He should have been a star, and he ended up just being a character actor. He just couldn't make it as a leading man. And sometimes that happens with good actors. All right. Fear is the Key, 1972. All right, I got that open. And wait a minute. What did I just see? It's wow. It's got a young Ben Kingsley in it. It's got Susie Kendall, gorgeous actress, English actress. John Vernon, is it? Well, you can bet he's the bad guy. Tony Anholt, he was the BBC America's attempt to replace Carter on the TV series Space 1999 for the second season. But Carter stayed with the show, thank God. And he's a fellow Australian actor. But wow, Ben Kingsley was in that. Yeah, I'm going to be checking this movie out. I like how he gets into this place. He's got little cutters, cut the fucking fence. And he's brutal here. They throw him out, think, well, that's the end of that. And he walks back in and just starts shooting.
They beat the shit out of him. And I like that you don't see the shooting. You see him walk into that building and then you hear all the shots and know he's murdering them. But
he comes walking out. Exactly. He comes walking out with blood on his face that was sprayed on him from him shooting them. And fuck, man, he delivers that line. It's very similar to Tombstone with Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
You tell him I'm coming. You tell him hell's coming with me. That's the kind of delivery he has there. But the funny part of this is after he says that, tell him I'm coming. They said, tell him I'm coming? He goes, no, tell him I'm coming. Who? I don't know. They don't even know who he's talking about. It's so fucking funny. And it's a drama, but that is just really funny. It's Soderbergh. Soderbergh has a good sense of humor.
Well, the funniest part of this movie is when the guards shoot each other.
I know. It's the hitmen show up
and
shoot at the guards. The guard kills the first hitman. And oh my God. It's like at first, you think, oh, he's going to fucking kill them all. No, he doesn't have to kill any of them.
Because they're stupid. One of them fires at somebody moving out there, and he has two colleagues out there, for fuck's sake. How stupid can you be?
I know. These guys died from dumbass. And but there's this great moment though there at the end, and this is great. That it's like he hurts the boss here, and then all the little cronies come up and they whack the shit out of him, then leave him out on the street and get the fuck out of here. And he gets up and he lifts his jacket and pulls a pistol out from his belt that they didn't look for. And he walks back in and he just starts popping them. And it's off camera. It's all off camera. And you see one dude, the Hispanic dude, come running up, go fucking hauling ass past the camera.
These guys, they ought to be the most dumb dogs ever. I mean, they didn't even take him for more weapons.
No, they just thought he's some old fuck wanting to make trouble, but they didn't trust him to have a weapon.
Because he got two weapons, the big one, the flashy one, and the little discreet one. They got the big one and said, no, that's it. That's all that he has on him. No, it wasn't.
Well, they learned that the hard way, didn't they?
Yeah. Tom, are you referring to the guy that wrote this, Lim Dobbs? Because I do. I like his writing.
Yes.
He wrote
Alistair
Dark
MacLean.
City. No, Alistair MacLean. Yeah, fucking love Alistair MacLean. But I thought he was talking about Lee Dobbs, the guy that Lim Dobbs that wrote this, because he wrote Dark City. He wrote Kafka, which I like. He wrote the movie Fear Itself, which is a good film. Just it went nowhere. I don't know why. It's got De Niro and I can't remember, was it Sharon Stone that was in it with him? He also did the comedy that I like, and I just talked about a week ago, The Hard Way with James Woods and Michael J. Fox, where Fox is playing an actor that's going to play a cop in movie, and he has to do a ride along with a real cop played by James Woods. A fun fucking movie. I like that movie. But if you're talking about Alex McLean, also, oh yeah, he is. So there you go. Yeah, Where Eagles Dare. Yeah, Hawkins was in Juggernaut, which is also another Alistair McLean book converted or turned into a film. But he ended up, the reason he came to America was he was getting typecast over in England for playing these characters in films by like Alistair McLean. And he feared he was going to become the guy comes running out and he walks out behind him. You tell him I'm coming. It's like, that's what he told me to tell him. It's like, who's him? Fucking coming. Oh man.
Yeah, Meth is a man of my own mind. We should do Dark City. We must do.
Oh
Dark
yeah,
City.
absolutely. I love Dark City. Susie Kendall, thank you, Snort. Good callback. Fraulein Doctor. Yeah, Susie Kendall, man. There's no question she was a sex pot, but she is actually a really good actress. But she did a lot of photography. I would not fucking swim in that pool.
No, neither would I. We agreed on that.
I don't have problems.
If you paid me $1,000, I might get into it, but I'll get right the fuck out and go back into the house that's on the mountain.
I don't have problems swimming in the pool. I have problems standing in the veranda.
When they crashed the party, they are standing out there, and one of them asks, "What are we standing on?" The other one says, "Trust." Like, fuck right, I wouldn't go there.
Yeah, Contagion's a really good film, Tom. Fear is the mind killer. By the way, Nerd Cookie's been doing a lot of posting because they're doing Dune 3. And apparently, what's his name's son is in it. Momoa's son is 16, and he's in it, and he plays Leto Atreides. Leto the third
second.
Or the second.
Yeah.
Which is weird because
it should be
he's doing a scene with Chani, and I'm like,
no, that's not possible.
How is that isn't possible. It's like, what's going on with this third movie? And I think Nerd Cookies nailed it. She goes, I don't think they're adapting the book. And I'm
no,
like,
they're
no
not.
Shit. They didn't bother with much of the second film, so
they can show it where the sun doesn't shine.
Oompa Loompas. They can put it right up there, Oompa Loompa.
Fool me once.
No, we have not covered it yet, Mephisto, and we should. Absolutely. There's Barry Newman. I'd know that nose anywhere.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. He has a very prominent nose. I like his fucking nose. Look, fuck you guys. I'm an artist, and noses are interesting to me.
I know, but it still sounds weird. Like,
yep.
And I've heard so many sculptors say that the nose is the face.
He has what I refer to as almost a Romanesque nose. It reminds me of like Julius Caesar or something. And I like that. I think it's a really cool nose. So basically, it's because of Barry Newman that they begin to start piecing some things together, because the producer, played by Peter Fonda, is kind of an idiot. He's a very talented idiot, apparently, but he's an idiot nonetheless. So now he's like, well, can you get somebody to take care of him? So this is where you meet the two thugs who are weird and really not all that bright, and clearly sexists with some of the shit they say. They're outside a Hollywood event and they're commenting on it. You don't actually see who they're talking about. You just see them standing there like, what's his name? Kevin Smith. What was it? Something in Silent Bob.
Dude, Nicky Cat died on April this year. What the fuck? I wasn't aware of this.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Nicky Cat.
The actor that plays the. Wait a minute. What?
On April 8th. So a couple of months ago. Oh,
I
dude.
never heard this.
Me neither.
Nor did I notice it when I was on his IMDb page earlier. Holy shit.
Oh, man, that sucks.
He was only 54. That is sad.
What happened?
According to Wikipedia, he was found dead by his landlord who went to collect his overdue rent on April 8, 2025 at his home in Burbank, California. He was 54 and had died by hanging himself.
Oh.
Cat appeared to have been dead for several days before his body was discovered. That is just sad. That's horrible.
Oh,
I'll tell you when he got on my radar was a little movie called Phantoms, because he played one of the deputies in that movie with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms. Remember? Another Kevin Smith line. Anyway, fuck, man, he's dead. Holy shit. In his 50s. He played Fred Dugar, also in Insomnia, which is another Soderbergh. Oh, wait, no, that's Chris Nolan. What did Soderbergh? Soderbergh had something to do with it, I thought, though. Soderbergh wasn't Soderbergh somehow involved with Christopher Nolan's Insomnia?
I'm checking. Oh.
It seems like Steven Soderbergh was involved with it. I think he might have been a producer.
Doesn't see.
Yeah, look it up for me. Wow, he is
yes,
dead.
It was an executive producer.
And I think George Clooney was too. Soderbergh and Clooney are actual friends because they did the Ocean's movies together. I thought they were good.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as much fun as the original, but I actually enjoyed the Ocean's movies with the three. Not that, gender bender one. It was just badly written. And directed.
To be honest, the best one was the first one.
Well, yeah. But the story character arc for Elliot Gould's character in the second film was great. This is my favorite. And Elliot Gould's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Elliot Gould is awesome.
He's Hollywood gold. And people just don't remember that guy. And I'm like, how can you not? He was the original Hawkeye. Him and fucking Donald Sutherland were the original Hawkeye and Trapper John and MASH. Suicide is painless. Yeah, I said it that way so they can't gig us for it. YouTube. Suicide. One, then three, then two. Never saw Ocean's 8.
That was a wise decision.
Yeah, that's the order. Yeah, I would put that in the order. I think 1, 3, 2, and end it there. That's a famous restaurant. It's been in a lot of movies.
Just like Indiana Jones. So 1, 3, 2, and stop.
Yep. And isn't it odd? Because I do love the second film, Temple of Doom, but I fully understood because I told you I got the soundtrack because I love John Williams. Every soundtrack he ever did, I bought. And on LP, man, on a fucking hi-fi stereo system, that sounded so good. And I'm playing Moloram, Sudoram. And all of a sudden I look over and my baby boy's crying.
Hey, wait, let me stop this. Ah,
Yeah.
here's
And
a
still, that's him younger.
yeah.
It's actually him. And it's clips from the movie I told you about called Poor Cow from 1967, which tells the story again of a guy who can't stay on a straight line no matter how hard he tries. I can't help it, mate. I'm a criminal.
Oh man, yes, that was so sad. Richard Lynch. Oh man,
Really?
the guy
Oh,
loved.
he's in the sun. He's out in the sun and it burned him.
No, Richard
Is that what
Lynch,
happened?
the guy with the burns in her face, and he was in Invasion
Oh, the scars
USA.
from because he
Yeah.
was like in Needle Park, and drugs caught fire up
Mm.
and went up into his face, scarred him. Cleaned up his act, became a fucking movie star.
Yep. And almost everybody favorite villain in whatever he did. And he loved sci-fi.
That's depressing, though. That he died and wasn't found for 10 fucking days. Same thing with Gene Hackman and his wife. Jesus Christ. And what's worse is she was dead and he was still alive. If someone fucking cared, they would have found him and he might still be alive.
At least him.
He didn't die at the same time as her.
Mm.
And this is the tragedy of that situation, that nobody cared enough to fucking check on him. Oh, I was beside myself over that shit.
That's why our generation have to save and buy a Tesla bot.
And one of the things I also love about Terence Stamp, and I know you're going to agree with this, is he not only played General Zod in 2 Superman films, he would return later on Smallville and voice Jor-El.
Didn't know that because I never saw Smallville, and then
Yeah, really. I actually watched that show. I liked it. It was
I don't
typical
have
CW
plans
stuff,
to ever
but
watch
I
that.
enjoyed watching him become the Red Streak. You know, that's what they called him, the Red Streak, as compared to the Brown Streak. I actually would have enjoyed a fun all-female version of Ocean's Formula, which is basically just an excuse for actors to have fun. All I heard about Ocean was that it was not that film.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The major flaw of that movie is that the female cast they don't have to face big problems like in the original or the previous movies. All their plan always work flawlessly, so that's boring. You need to see the plan fail and the protagonist to improvise.
Richard Lynch, man. God, and I remember I wrote a post, and he was one of those. John Vernon and he were 2 of the people in the post. I said, and I can't remember who the third actor was. I said, if you saw one of these 3 guys in a movie early on, just know one thing: they're the villain. Sometimes it might take a while for you to figure it out, or sometimes it's right off the like that crazy fucking Invasion USA movie. I mean, he's a bad guy from the first fucking scene with him. When you see him smoke that fucking guy,
Yeah, but
reaches out to give him his hand and then shoots him.
The villain is something else because he is the most scared bad guy that I have ever seen from the get-go. As I say, he was Captain Hook and Chuck Norris was the freaking crocodile. You can always hear the TikTok.
TikTok. They got that piece of shit car. I remember those cars, man. They're so ugly. The 90s, I got to tell you, man, the late 80s, 85 through 1999, some of the ugliest fucking cars I've ever seen, design wise and paint wise.
Mephisto, I know, I get that sometimes. It's very annoying.
Yeah, somebody else in the chat says that they having errors in the chat.
By the way, he commits a murder here. And it's so casual because you don't see it like up close and personal. You see it through a window from where everybody else is standing. Some guy comes up and confronts him. He headbutts him and knocks him over the edge of that pool down into the canyon. It's like, fuck, that guy didn't survive that. There's no fucking way because he went head first.
The whole thing lasts like 2 or 3 seconds, and
it's like really fast. Boom, over the edge. And then he just starts walking away, walks through, and right before he leaves, right here, it's about to happen here, he turns and makes eye contact with Peter Fonda and just looks at him like, you're fucking mine. And I mean, seriously, fuck, man, that's great.
Here in this part, he fantasized like what 3 or 4 times with killing
murdering him. Just shoot him and fucking and the thing I like about this movie so much is how you are in his head. And yes, this bitch likes being in water all the time. And I know a girl like that because Zoe's mother was like that. I got angry one time because she took 3 showers in one day, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she goes, I'm taking a shower. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, our water bill is going to be nuts. Take a shower either in the morning or in the evening, not 3 times a day. And she didn't take like,
that's bad for your skin.
In and out, in and out and fucking be clean. No, she would take like 45-minute showers. So she spent like almost 3 hours in the fucking shower sometimes. And I'm like, that's fucking insane. And she always liked to be in water. So that character kind of reminded me of that, not in a good way. Because that always annoyed me with my ex.
It's also stupid because what's the point? Like when they show her in the bathtub the second time, why is this scene even there? It doesn't add to the story at all.
Doesn't add anything to the story. And it's not like you're seeing her titties or anything. It's just she's in the water again.
No,
it's
you
just
see
kind of
head.
Yeah.
Well, that's the character.
Oh, there we go. She's a what retort. Again, that's a reference to what movie?
Don't know.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Just because you took your sword from some watery tart.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't make you king.
Oh, Anima's gonna love this one.
Nah.
Fuck you, Alpha. I hate that word.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that girl, she reminds me of somebody else, and it took me a while to realize who it was. And what was that movie called where it took folklore and as a horror theme? Oh my God!
Well, there's so many movies that have done
the killer would take these folklore stories of things that happened.
Urban Legend?
Didn't happen. Urban Legend. That's the movie. The first one, Urban Legends. And I can't think of that girl's name. She killed somebody too.
In real life or in the movie?
Yeah, in real life, the actress that she looks like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 1998. And there she is. Rebecca Gayheart is who she reminds me of. Here, I'll show it to you. Pause the movie there and share my screen if you would, buddy. And She has tried to make a comeback, but it's just nothing's happening for her. She hit, as I recall, she hit a child.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't come back from that.
Yeah, but that's an
And
accident.
Still.
it was an accident, but I'm trying to find more pictures of her. Well, only her fucking movies. They don't even have fucking.
Oh
Hunters-
yes, I
there she is.
remember her.
There she is. And that's who she reminds me of because of her eyebrows, the color of her eyes, and the shape of her nose. The girl that's in this movie reminds me of her. But yeah, it's like if you ever wonder what happened to her, she hit a kid and killed him. And it derailed her career. And she tried to bring it back and it failed. And then she tried to come back from it. And I mean, it wasn't like she, murdered this kid. It's like it was an accident. But everybody treated her like she had the plague. And so it's been hard to see her getting work. I feel sorry for her. There's pity I have for her. And it's like, this is, let's see, 2019, last thing she did film-wise as an actress. Let's see, it says she's done one director thing. Let's see what that is. Yeah, she's not doing anything. Yeah, Hollywood Moment. I guarantee you, it's going to talk about what happened to her with the accident. I do. I really feel bad for her. I feel worse for the kid and the family, but still, that's rough, man. That's rough. It's the same thing that happened to Cusack, but Cusack, in my opinion, didn't pay. He got a $500 fine for killing two people.
Cusack, no, not Cusack. Broderick.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Matthew Broderick. See how she has? Look at her nose and the eyebrows. Very
Look
similar.
at him in that corner.
Yeah, it's creepy. Like, oh, she's a sweet little tot.
I don't think he's thinking that, but okay.
Fuck it. In my mind, he is.
Your mind is a scary place.
I'm here thinking on something like a tiger or a panther, and you can come out with that. That's Wolfen is here.
Oh. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
You know a character that he would have been good to have played?
Who?
And I'm going to show you this picture of him. Let me share this picture. Share on his, because they just updated his Wikipedia page. Now, you see this character, okay?
I was removing it when you were.
Well, you took so long, I assumed you weren't going to, so I did it. I look at that and I immediately see a villain from a certain TV series.
I don't know. All I'm seeing here is a young Hannibal Lecter, to be honest.
Oh, he could have done that. I really do. Because like I said earlier and you agreed, is that he kind of really does resemble
Anthony. Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins. And but no, the Master from Doctor Who.
Oh,
he looks a lot like.
Look what John says.
You got it. Thank you, Dust Wolfen. You get to keep your nerd card. Everybody turn yours in. Everybody else, turn them in. Hand them in.
Come and get it.
He would have been a perfect Master. And John gets it. John sees it too. Thank you. Thank you, John. British Al Pacino? No. By the way, I caught a film of Al Pacino's last night that I had forgotten about. What a bleak ending. God, it's got the weirdest fucking name. Oh my god, come on, Gary. he plays an agent who knows too much, living in New York. And he is so dumb that he is just completely devoid of understanding the danger he is in as a character. And the movie's called People I Know. He plays Eli Werman. A New York press agent must scramble when his major client becomes embroiled in a huge scandal and the death of a girl played by Duchovny's ex-wife. I can't think of her name. And oh my God, that fucking final scene in that movie where he doesn't even know. He goes to a newsstand to get the newspaper to read what the headline was, if it involved what he talked about. And it does. It talks about what he was involved with. And yeah, that's his fantasy there where he shoots
Yeah.
him.
But I'm not sure what number
One
in
of
the
them.
fantasy.
Yeah, I know. It's one of them. And he just keeps murdering him in his head. But anyway, so Al Pacino's character is at the newsstand, and this guy you never seen before comes walking up to him and bumps into him real hard. And you see he does something with his hand, and then he takes whatever it was in his hand, he tucks it in the back of his belt and walks away. And he goes, ow, he's got a big, it's winter, so he's got a big heavy coat on. He holds it. He says, ow, that hurt. Yells at the guy as the guy just walks away, ignoring him, just keeps going. And he walks home with his newspaper, gets up to his apartment, and crawls painfully into his chair and starts watching the news. And it slowly fades to the next morning, and the TV's still on, and it's talking about the events of the previous day on Regis and Kathy Lee. And then the camera slowly turns, and we see that he's been bleeding all over the place, and he died. He's in his chair dead. That's the end of the movie, him in this chair, and the camera pulls back. And fucking crazy fucking movie. And I was shocked when Tia Leone, that's her name, and Kim Basinger is in it too, and Ryan O'Neal is kind of a bad guy. Great cast: Bill Nunn, fucking Mark Webber, Richard Schiff, Robert Klein. Huge names in this film as the main characters. If you've never seen it, watch it at least once, because I can't guarantee you'll like it. But it's called People I Know with Al Pacino. Came out in 2002.
Every time I hear the name Mark Webber, I can only think of the race driver.
I like this one. Regis and Kathy Lee, definitely a bleak ending. Look, man, if you copy Jack Nicholson in anything, you're a smart person. That guy is one of the smartest actors I've ever seen. And, my dad and I had an argument. He said, well, Al Pacino was listed as one of the greatest actors, or if not the greatest actor, voted, I think by AFI, as the greatest American actor of the 20th century. And he says, and that's wrong. That should be Robert De Niro. And I said, you're both wrong. It should be Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Jack has more range than any of those two. And
That
those
guy
two
can
are very
do
good.
anything. He can do anything. And I am just blown away. When you look at the range of characters that he has played over the decades, I'm glad he retired. And I'm glad he tells people, fuck no. He go, any plans to come out of retirement? Fuck no. He's like, said it right in the microphone. You can hear him. Fuck no. He's having too much fun, man.
Yep.
And
Christian
what's funny,
Slater.
wait, he resisted it at first, and then he dug into it, and he really started doing the Jack voice.
Well, everybody wants him to do that, because you see it when you saw him on
He's
his
got the
first movie.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
You really notice it in the movie Cuffs, which was a comedy he made. Not a great film, but I did enjoy it. I
love it.
like Christian Slater.
That is a fun movie, and the way he portrays that Cops, but he's not really serious in what he's doing. It's all
Now, what's really funny here is Barry Newman's character thinks he's smart, but he's not. He is a half-wit going against a full wit because the Limey's character absolutely handles this scene with fucking cool. As he's getting shot at with a pump shotgun. Instead of fleeing, because that's what Luis Guzman's character, get out of here, man, we're gonna die. And he grabs his steering wheel from the passenger seat, throws it into reverse, and steers him backwards into that car trying to hit him. I'm like, that was fucking good, man. That was
we
good.
have someone new here.
Hey, Fenrir Howells, Escape from L.A., one of my least favorite movies by Carpenter, but we will eventually get around to it because all it is a remake of Escape from New York with more money.
With a better theme.
And
A comedic remake.
Yeah, it's a comedic remake. It's done very much with John Carpenter's tongue buried deep in his cheek. And Bruce Campbell's great. He's the best part of the movie, other than Kurt Russell. Him as the Surgeon General of Beverly Hills. That was fucking great. Welcome, Fenrir. I know that name from somewhere.
I think I've seen that name before.
Yeah, if you have read something about Norse mythology, yes, that's the big wolf that is going to eat the world.
Well, there was somebody that went by the name Fenrir in the past, and Fenrir, do I know you? Because I recognize that first name. I know it's not your real name, but I recognize it as a what is that called? A online name. What is that called?
Moniker.
Moniker. No. There's a name for it. Like in gaming, I'm known as Cohen. It's all of those are right, but not the one I'm looking for.
Oh, Penny says on CRC's channel.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Bruce Campbell is usually the best part of any film. And he's somebody I know, Alpha, and he knows me. And I believe he doesn't like me. I absolutely 1000%. Yes, it's hyperbole, Anima. Just like when I say that.
How the phrase go? The human spider? Is that the best you got?
He's always funny, and but when I was with him, I insulted him like being funny. I insulted him back because he's trying to be funny, and then I topped him, and it was so funny. One of the things I said back to him was so funny. His best friend from childhood was with us there, Josh Becker. Fucking snorted laughing. And all I said to him was, because he said something that was dumb. It was really dumb. And I'm not going to say dumb, ignorant, because he didn't know what he's talking about. And while Josh and I were talking about this history subject, Bruce pipes in. He says, yeah, I just read that. And he said the statistic. And I'm like, we just talked about that. That's a false statistic. It's not real. It's like it said over 1 million Indians were killed during the Plain Wars. I'm like, there are never more than 1 million Indians. What are you fucking talking about? Where did you get that fucking number? And then he pipes up, yeah, over 1 million Indians were killed. And I said, shh, Bruce, the adults are talking. And I went back to my conversation, and it made Bruce shot me a look, and fucking Josh started laughing. That was a fun night. We went to a Chinese restaurant, drank beer, and ate Chinese food. They had one of those spinning tables, with this Lazy Susan on it. So everybody got to do the samplers, because that's what we got for the whole table.
That's how they eat
good night.
In China. That's why Chinese people are terrible guests at restaurants, because they order a lot of plates and share the food, and they have food all over the tablecloth. Never made good experiences.
Yeah, that's annoying. But that's why we have tablecloths. Race with the Devil is on my computer right now, and I've been trying to convince Anima to watch it with me over the last 2 years. Race with the Devil. And I really fucking love that movie. It's it's a horror film.
Why haven't we watched it
and
yet?
it's an action horror film because it has something in it that you don't like. And
Fun?
it's Satanists. Yeah, and
Oh.
fun. And oh my God. Don't get mad at me, Anima.
Fuck you,
He made the
Bookie.
joke. Fun. So Race with the Devil came out in like 1975. It has another one of my favorite actors in it, Warren Oates. And I remember Loretta Swit plays one of the wives, and I don't remember who the fuck played the other wife. I've forgotten. But it is it's a good film. And it's a dark film because it's not a happy ending. I'm going back to see if I missed any comments. Yeah, Campbell's another one of those guys that can do anything. He started out doing drama and it was going nowhere. And so he went to doing horror slapstick and it made him money. Yeah, Satanists are not pagans. They're completely different. Did somebody say that?
Nope.
No.
Oh, maybe they said it in the chat.
No.
Well, I don't know where the fuck you got that from, Fenrir.
He's just making a point, I think.
Yes,
It's
maybe
true. There is a world of
a
difference.
preemptive.
They're not the same thing. What?
Maybe it was a preemptive comment. You know, not you now have to talk with disclaimers in this day and age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I really like the film because, you know, Warren Oates and Pete Fonda think they're getting ready to see like an orgy, and it ends up being
Wow.
something completely different. And they are then on a run for their lives, being chased by a pack of Satanists, devil worshippers. And it's a good movie. And in the movie, I think it's cool that Pete Fonda's character is what is that? The motorcycle racers that get really low to the ground and their knees are almost scraping the ground. I forget what they're called. They're high-speed motorcycles.
I didn't know they had a name.
Yeah, there's a name for that kind of racing. I forget the name of it.
Oh my God.
Sander.
Shander Hammerschlag.
Sander with the
I've got 5 tariffs going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
there you go, buddy.
And here's John, of course, with the answer to your question.
Thank you. Cafe Racer. That's it. These are high-end motorcycles, and they go into turns. And when they're going into those turns, man, they get so fucking low to the ground. It looks like they're sliding. It's amazing to watch. And that's what his character does. He's a cafe racer. Okay, that was written in 58, 59. And so I'm going to put money on the guy who directed Superman. Might have been the writer on that one, or Gene Roddenberry.
Hey, Wade, welcome and thank you, man.
Hi, Wade. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Hey, while you guys are here, please remember to click that like button for us, would you? And I ask you, and I love it. So many of you comment. Gambit, Tom, Penny, all of you guys really get into this, and I wish more of you would get involved with leaving comments for us. And the thing I love about like Gambit, man, he leaves a comment. He actually comments on a specific moments in the show and tags those moments. And I'm like, that's really fucking cool that you do that, man. So I always stop to read you guys' comments. I always do. And Tom had a suggestion, which is something we've actually talked about. He left a comment with a suggestion about how we could do wrap-ups. And it's something, Tom, that we've actually talked about doing like a last 10-minute thing. The thing is, it requires so much preparation to do something like that. just for those last 10 minutes. And I am always pressed for time because I'm always busy. And that's why I've wished that Keith was more available than he is, because Keith could help with so much of that stuff. And so, Tom, it is something that we've actually considered all the time, really. Once we started talking about movies, doing
I don't
wrap-ups.
know. A wrap-up by Keith could be longer than the show.
Well,
Oh yeah, probably.
That's why I'm a good editor. I'm very good at whittling shit down. And in my head, it's the writer. Wait a minute, what? Who was it? Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. So I got it. Did I just do a Christopher Walken matter? So I got it. It's funny because like so many writers that would become writer directors later, you know, some of their early work in television, and Gene Roddenberry worked a lot on westerns, that and cop shows, because he was a cop and he knew a lot about cops. And who doesn't know how to write a western? Even the Italians understand westerns. They also knew that it was cheaper to shoot them in Spain and not Italy. There we go. This is that scene right here that creeped me the fuck out. When Nicky Katt's character, Stacy, comments on that little girl. And I'm like, you fucking creep. And Animus,
yeah, that was creepy.
You remember what I said? I said, yeah, I really want him to die now.
I'm looking forward to
really
him dying. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like,
yeah,
because I remember he gets killed. And I'm like, yeah, I forgot about that scene where he comments on that girl's looks, that little girl. What a creep. Yeah, I learned a little bit, Fenrir, when I was over in England. I lived there for almost a year. And I picked up a lot of stuff, which is why one of my buddies is Cockney. He's from the East End. Ricky Checker, or as he says it, Ricky Checker.
Well, and you
he'll
have
start
that
talking thick accent, and people won't understand him. So when we go out in America, we had to do it. We were down in Kentucky. We're down in yeah, we were in Louisville, Kentucky, and Louisville, and we went to a restaurant bar, and that poor cocktail waitress had no fucking idea what he was saying. And I kept having to interpret for her. And it's something I've had to do. It's really hard to find an English accent that I can't like understand. Scottish too, except when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I didn't understand a lot of that fucking thick Scottish shit. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, and that thing of the speaking in rhyme, changing word for another word that just rhymes. You got that on. Oh, we were talking about it. Ocean's 11. Don Cheadle's characters does that, and everybody's always lost.
Yeah, and he's not the only character, but we've seen other characters like Mumbles, the character that, and I don't think he's English. He mumbles in The Usual Suspects. The Spanish actor, I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
he played Che in the Che movie. Fuck. Why is his name escaping me? Del Toro. Benicio del Toro. And Benicio plays a character that you can't fucking understand. You got another one in King of the Hill show with Boomhauer. What the fuck did he do there? Yeah, you had brought that up on one of your comments too, and I looked at that and I remember replying to you going, do you know how to get a hold of him? Because I don't know how to get a hold of him. If you know something, like, I will email him. Keith will tell you. I email celebrities all the time. Some of them have said yes. A very small number of them have said yes to interviews, and they've been on our shows. But I'm the only one who does it. And again, I'm probably the busiest person with doing like multitasking.
Well, you're the one with the
And
credentials. What I'm gonna just write to them.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would make no
well,
sense.
no, that's how you do it. Like most of your talent agents that do guest appearances for shows, people don't know who the fuck they are. They represent something. That's what they're. Hi, I'm so and so from such and such, and we'd love to have you on as a guest. That's pretty much all you do. They don't fucking know who I am either.
yeah, but they can search for you on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what you do. You say, because all the people that schedule interviews for TV shows and programs, radio shows, their job is one thing, to get guests on the show. And you think the celebrity knows who the fuck they are? No.
You're
and they probably
missing
don't
the
even
point,
know
Martin. If people Google your name, something comes up. If you put in one of our names,
No,
nothing
you're
is
missing
up.
it. You're both fucking missing. I just said, you say you represent this person, and that's the person they Google. It's not fucking rocket science. I said that 3 fucking times. Anyway, Don Cheadle in Ocean's 11, for an example, his British character uses whatever comes out of his mouth. Yeah. And I'm sure people from England fucking hate it. And by the way, this is my joke about Scotland. If they hear somebody Scottish in a movie, they get all excited until they find out they're not from Scotland. And then they go, the accent is crap. Bill Barkley's a prime example. Read by Nature, too. And it's like the minute they find out they're not Scottish, they get so fucking angry that they'll hate on the accent. Go, it doesn't sound Scottish. And
well, if it's not Scottish,
it's crap.
Well, it's sort of like my buddy Paul. Paul did this too. He would say this. He goes, yeah, I used to watch Star Trek all the time, and I kept wondering who that Packy guy was. And I'm like, Packy guy? He goes, yeah, his Scottish accent, it sounded like he's from Pakistan. And I just like dropped my head again. It's like the Scottish are the fucking worst. I swear to God. Just the fucking worst. They nitpick. Now, I will tell you, Scotty's accent is really bad. He's trying to say that it was an Aberdeen accent. It's like, no, it's not. Aberdeen is what that guy was that walked up to me in that fucking bathroom in Scotland when I was in Inverness and started talking to me. And all it sounded like to me was, and I'm like, oh, I'm pale. And I'm wearing a ginger outfit. So you clearly think I'm Scottish. And so I said, I'm sorry, sir. I only speak English. And then he very clearly enunciated the next words. That was English, laddie. And I'm like, fuck. Now, we've already talked about this, Sander. Show up on time, bitch. The fuck?
Oh,
man?
my God.
We are going to talk about that movie. Trust me, buddy. We will. In fact, I kind of wish that was the one we did today. I thought about it last night. It was too late. It was too late when I thought about it. That should have been the movie I had Animal watch because she would have enjoyed that one. She did not enjoy this movie. It's not like she hated it. She just didn't like the music and couldn't understand the editing of the film.
Yeah,
or the editing.
I enjoyed the other movie.
So she hated it.
I watched Priscilla though, and I really enjoyed it.
Tell them what you watch. There you go. Talk about it.
Well, he plays a trans woman in that, and he's on a trip across Australia with 2 drag queens. Oh, it's just funny.
So it's like Wong Fu, the one with Patrick Swayze and.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh.
But Hugo Weaving as a drag queen. How much?
Oh my God! I have to watch that.
He is killing it. I was laughing so hard.
Well, there are 2 movies that came out close together. First, Tu Wong Fu love Julie Newmar. And I love that movie too. That's Patrick Swayze,
Yeah.
Leguizamo, and Blade. What's his name?
Snipes. Wesley Snipes.
Yes, fucking funny movie. And then there's this film that she watched last night, and both of them touch on a lot of the same subjects. Both of them a lot of fun to watch. By the way, Bill fucking Duke.
In the private chat.
Do you see that?
Thank you.
That's Bill Dukes.
Yes, and I was waiting for this scene. This scene is only exposition device, but it's so well done that you don't care about it. I like how he reverts to his younger thug persona, speaking to the cops, and it feels so wrong because he's an old man now, but he's acting like a young chap trying to.
Well, it's all coming back to him. It's all coming back to him, and you can't help it because like you look at you and me at our ages, right? There are moments where that 18, 24-year-old version of us comes out when we're talking.
Yeah.
Like when I'm gaming, I'm 18 to 22-year-old Gary when I'm gaming. And I will say fucked up shit to people, insulting them or just fucking with them, and do voices. And I wouldn't do that as an adult. I would like not do that. But the minute I go into game mode, that's kid Gary coming out. And you know what I'm talking about because you do the same shit. But Bill Dukes, man, that's a fucking great guy. I said to Anima, I said, you recognize him, right? No. I said, I'm a Green Beret. It's like, I eat Green Berets for breakfast. And she goes, oh, yeah, Predator. And
to me, he's Mac. But man, I love how he can be menacing with a neutral expression. And to me, this is the most comedic is part of the movie. This interaction.
It is. Well, when you look out the window and see what they're doing, it's funny to me. I thought the whole thing was hilarious. And they're fucking wanting to work with him is the thing that gets me. We're both after the same guy for different reasons. Where Bill Duke is like, I can't believe this slimy prick is talking shit after shit. Yeah, there you go.
What?
Absolutely, Gambit. Absolutely. But I like this scene, and it's the only time you see Bill Dukes in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got one of those faces, man, and I just love him. He also can whisper menacingly.
Yeah. I will bleed.
You give up our position one more time. I'll bleed you. Leave you. He whispered that threat to Apollo Creed, man. Carl Weathers. That was great. And when his best friend dies, Jesse Ventura, fuck, man, the grief in that character, getting drunk, fucking talking to the jungle. Yeah, he was the best Zod, period. Nobody could beat him. I didn't like some of the shit in Superman 2, but I love that moment when he's in the White House and grabs that guy's fucking M16. Here's a guy with the power of a god, picks up a fucking machine gun just so he can look fucking badass firing it.
Okay, what do we have here?
Oh, no shit. It's been a while since I've seen that fucking movie. American Gigolo. My problem with the movie is Richard Gere. I don't like him. It's very few times I liked him. I liked him in Officer and a Gentleman, but I did not think he was right for that character. I just don't think he pulled the character off. But I like the movie. And of course, that movie put fucking Blondie on the map with Call Me. Richard held onto his boots, the boot slipper, and he fell to his death.
What's this about?
He's talking about the movie American Gigolo. Yeah, American Gigolo. It's a good movie. It's a murder thriller, you know.
Yes, I agree. The Crypto.
You had
was
two stars in that movie.
Yeah,
Crypto
and Mr.
and
Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. That they were great, proving once again that that James Gunn has ADD or ADHD.
And I love that scene when Mr. Terrific yells at Superman, "A dog!"
There's a scene that's cut out of the film. I hope we get on the DVD Blu-ray, which is Mr. Terrific trying to put bones down for Crypto to follow him, trying to get him to follow him. I have just an irrational love for dogs, period. Cats, I have close relationships with cats, like baby girl here. That's all I call her, just baby girl, because she's so sweet. She's so tiny, and she's a little mom. She's a baby having a babies, you know, and she's such a good mom. But she like fucking hangs outside my door, and because I won't let her in here because I don't want her scent on everything when Anima's cat comes here. So I'm trying to be thoughtful.
Ouch, John. Please have a little fun, man.
Yeah, lighten up, man. Jesus, yeah. No, I get it. Some people don't like it. I preferred this Superman over Man of Steel, but I preferred Cavill over the Kid. I felt that it was a mistake not trying to do this with Cavill. I thought it was a huge mistake.
I think it would have been much better with him.
Because he divided the audience even further. And the movie itself is divisive. So he divided the fan base even more. I guarantee you, if he had made an inclusive Superman film that embraced Henry Cavill and focused more on Superman in the story, just a little more, I think that everybody would have jumped on board. But no, he had to do things his own way. That's Gunn, man. And Gunn gets on social media and opens his fucking mouth. It's like, don't you forget, even though you live your life like a carnival barker, you then get in social media and undo everything that you've been selling because you're kind of a cunt. And he kind of is. I think he's kind of a cunt in real life. I personally don't like him, but I do like his work.
Now, I don't know. I get what they switch from Cavill to some guy who looks like him, but a little younger, because that plan of 10 years, you want a younger actor.
Well, there's only like a 4-year age difference, 5-year age difference between
there's
Sweat and it's so negligible that it's like that's not an excuse.
But he looks younger. And Gambit, yes, I know Christopher Reeves is the quintessential Superman, but man, if we're gonna do that, then we will never have.
I think Gambit meant to say can't. I think you meant to say can't shine.
Yeah, no, I see saying I don't think he can. I don't think he can.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, and look,
but you're beholden it to
anybody who says that any Superman actor can outdo Christopher Reeve is just full of shit. They're full of shit like a Christmas goose. They are just they don't appreciate. Anybody who says that clearly doesn't appreciate Christopher Reeve's Superman. Because anybody who appreciates that Superman would say, yeah, it's like nobody shines like Christopher Reeve. But that's not the point. The point is, can he do a good job as Superman and help carry that mantle? And I think Corn Sweat does a fair job. I liked him. His face is weird to me sometimes. He's got a weird face.
as I said, up to this moment, Reeves has been the quintessential Superman. I'm not saying that anybody has stopped him, but we don't see the future. We don't know if down the road, 10 years, there's going to be this incredible actor out of nowhere and he topples him. You don't know. So
I don't think that's possible.
Being that strict is, I don't know, is being beholden by yourself. Just no, because I love Christopher and so. I don't know.
I am
Difficult
not sure
to
what
see the future
you're trying to
is.
say there.
That I don't like that attitude of nobody will ever be better than Christopher Reeve. You don't see the future.
Nobody. When you look at Christopher Reeve and how he embodied that character, he embodied it.
Yeah.
No other actor has ever embodied it. It's like you look at Christopher Reeve, anything else you see him in, there's a difference. And there's performance, and then there's embodiment.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the present. I'm talking about future. Saying that
I don't know.
No one will ever.
I don't think. Well, I'm not going to be so bold as to say nobody could ever, because that would be wrong. But what I'm trying to say is, I can't imagine a world where somebody can embody that character the way he did. And you just get that with some actors, with certain roles that you look at them and you go, I really can't see anybody else but that guy ever playing that role, because he got it. He nailed it in such a way that he owned it. He lived, breathed, sweated that character in a way that just nobody. By the way, this is the Hulk out moment in the movie. That's why I paused it. This is where he becomes the Incredible Hulk.
No, that moment has already passed. This is when he decides to go to the still house on his own without telling anybody.
Yeah, these guys aren't going to fuck us over. They're not going to fuck us over for this money. We're going to get this, and he gets his buddy killed doing this shit. He's a fucking low level moron. Oh, and now that you've heard the big tabloid rumors, and it's like, man, I don't know what's going on. It's none of my fucking business about Corn Sweat and Rachel Boshanahan. It's like apparently their attraction went deep, and it's having an effect on her marriage, and turned into a social media thing where some guy called her husband a cuck.
Oh,
or he's being cucked, and the husband actually liked the comment, and that caused like this huge social media uproar. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, people, get a fucking life, I hope she's not fucking around with this guy, and if he's doing that too, it doesn't bode well for him as a person, sleeping with a married woman. I've done it, and I was a shitty human being when I was doing it. That's why I went in the army. Get that shit out of me. Kick it out of me.
And I think he isn't single either.
Yeah, he's single. He's not?
No, I think I'm not saying that he's married, but I think he has a significant other in his life.
Well, then it's fucked up.
Oh my God. I had to watch.
Yeah, I can't stand his hair. I cannot stand his hair as Clark Kent. It's just too fucking out there. And it's his natural hair. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. There's something about the way, also, the Cary Grant way that Christopher Reeve played Clark Kent. When it's like raising baby with Cary Grant. That's the famous movie where he's wearing a woman's robe, and the woman says, "What on earth are you doing in that robe?" And he jumps up. He goes, "I woke up and I just felt gay today."
Wait. 11 Alpha. Yes, that is the one that I was thinking about. The hair is making to make him look like Richard Ayoade, and I hate that guy.
I don't know who that is.
It's a British quote comedian unquote.
Oh, that
End
guy
quote.
from the IT,
Yeah,
the IT crowd.
yeah. Fucking hate it.
People call it the IT crowd, and I said, no, it's IT. They work in
IT.
IT, Internet Technologies. At least this is pop culture. Everyone knows this differently. By the way, I watch that 8 out of 10 Cats show occasionally, and he is on there quite often, that Richard Ayoade, whatever you say, and how you pronounce it. And he did one thing that I thought was funny, was he suddenly did this fucking low, rumbly fucking gangster type voice. It just came out of nowhere when he did it. And one of the other comedians goes, is that really how you talk in the real world? He's like, that's right, mate. It was like he's going on. And it was a gay guy, and he's like, ooh, oh. The guy was like taken aback, and it made me laugh. I don't know if it's funny. I like the Army of Darkness enough that I got others to see it.
Well, what's not to like?
I mean, my God, some of the lines in that movie are just so memorable. Buckle up, bonehead, going for a ride. Ayo,
Ayoade.
Ayo. Then put a
Ayowa.
W in it. Ayo is how he's saying.
Yeah.
Ayoade. And
Ayoade.
there's no W in. Yeah, there's no W.
That's a weird name.
Well, he's British.
It's an African name.
Indian descent.
Probably. Is it Indian or African?
I think. I don't know. He's
Sounds more African to me.
but he
It
looks
does to me too.
Ah,
He always looks black to me.
oh, it's just Nigerian. Okay.
Thank you, 11 Alpha. Racist, Martin.
One of
Yeah.
these days. One of these
Alice.
days.
Bang, zoom. Yeah, this is my boomstick is absolutely one of my favorite moments in that fucking movie. He's when he starts describing that, you know, this little baby was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It sells for $89.99 at S Smart. That's right. Shop S Smart. You got that, you screwheads? You got that? And he shoves the shotgun and they all jump back. Oh my God, I fucking love that movie. He's half Nigerian, half Norwegian. Which half?
That's an interesting mix.
And it's a fantastic question. Which half? Bruce Campbell's ability to take nothing seriously while taking anything seriously.
Permanent.
I fucking love that. She comes into his barn while he's working on stuff. He says, close the door behind you. What were you born in a barn like the rest of these primitives? He's just mumbling to himself.
Here is she again in the bathtub.
That's the scene I was talking about. It's completely pointless, that scene.
I guess it's sort of her character. I mean, that's her character. Her character is always in the water. I think that's what they're trying to show is that that's her character. Okay, here it is. I found it. Listen up, you primitive apes. See this? This is my boomstick. The 12-gauge double-barreled Remington, S-Smart's top of the line. You can find this in the sporting goods department. That's right. This sweet baby was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Retails for about $109.95. It's got a walnut stock, cobalt blue steel, and a hair trigger. That's right. Shop smart. Shop S Smart. You got that? I fucking love that. That's a great scene. And then here's the other quote that fucking sticks with me, where Duke Henry says, I am Henry the Red, Duke of Shell, Lord of Northlands, and the leader of its peoples.
Right
And he goes,
now,
well,
you're leading.
hello. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Well, I've got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things, Jack and shit. And Jack just left town. Fuck, that's a great line.
Damn.
Yeah, I got to tell you, with Jim Carrey, I rarely like his movies. But when I do, it's for a reason. Like, there's a reason I love the movie Me, Myself, and Irene. And part of that reason was it was a film I enjoyed. And when my daughter was kidnapped, it was one of the two films that got me through every day. I would watch it every day that my daughter was missing to get me out of that darkness that I was in. And the other film, I hate the movie, but I love a scene. And that's the second Ace Ventura film, When Nature Calls. And the scene with the rhino was so fucking funny that I blacked out. I couldn't breathe. But
I
Jim
like
Carrey,
the go. Okay, in Ace Ventura, I prefer the scene with the spears on his leg.
well, that is funny because he gets one in each leg, and then he's
Yeah.
like, ah, and then he points his hands at both of them. And that was funny. There's like a series of funny moments in the film, but even he knew this is a bad movie. And the first film was enjoyable. That second one was just terrible. But man, it had some funny stuff in it. But that scene with the rhino, I blacked out. I really blacked out. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard, my veins were distended in my neck, and I fell off the sofa. I like the Truman Show, but Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless One, it's okay. He did that other one with
I
the number
love
8
that.
or whatever the fuck it was. I watched those and I'm like, yeah, they're okay. I just, I think they would have been better with somebody else.
Number
He tried
23.
to be like the modern Jimmy Stewart. That was it, yeah. He tried to be like the next Jimmy Stewart. It just didn't work.
No.
At least not for me.
He had a in his beginnings a very dramatic movie about family. It's called Doing Time in I don't know what drive.
Suburbia?
No.
Oh.
Let me ask. And his character is just Doing Time on Maple Drive from 1992. It's a movie about a drama, a family drama, and man, does he acts in that movie. He should have stayed in drama, if you ask me.
Yeah, I got to tell you, there's an 80s movie, and I was aware of him in 85. And I got annoyed because Anima's watching me do it. I don't feel like doing it right now, where I can wiggle my eyebrows independently. And I saw him do it, and I didn't want to do it anymore because he was so fucking good at it. Like, his face is rubber. And they called him Rubber Face. That was one of his nicknames. Rubber Face. And I was like, I'll never do that again. Everybody's going to think I'm doing an impression of him. A not very good impression of him. And the movie's Once Bitten. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a terrible movie, but it's fun.
Nope.
As vampires or werewolves, I don't remember, but I seen the title.
Vampires. It's vampires. And it's got a little actor in there that this is, I guess, towards the end of his career. Cleavon Little plays the familiar and driver for the Countess in it. Lauren Hutton, who is another actress with a gap that never bothered to fix her teeth. She's got that gap between her front teeth. She's in the Gap Club. I like the movie. And there's an inference that she bites them in the dick. It's a good place to get blood. It really is, but that's fucking scary, guys.
I feel you, Fenrir. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
And the tops are made out of rubber. Yeah, he's like Tigger. I love the mask. I like his comedy. I think that he works best when he's kind of over the top. And like Liar, I think was the name of it, right?
Yeah.
Where he gets his son makes a wish that his dad can't lie. And it's on the day of his biggest court hearing, and everything that could go
And
wrong
he's
by
a
telling the
lawyer.
truth happens. Do you have any idea why I pulled you over, sir? And that fucking litany of shit that he just did illegally? He confesses everything to this cop that's going to give him a ticket. That's fucking funny. And then when the bathroom, I really did laugh at that. When he's throwing himself around, kicking his own ass. The guy goes, "Is everything okay in here?" He says, "Can't you see I'm kicking my own ass in here?" It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill is one of his creepiest characters. And apparently he did make an appearance in the first Ace Ventura movie. A cameo in the background. And it's Jim Carrey when the fire department arrives in a scene. I thought that was funny. Back to the movie here. This is the finale. This is the big shootout. And we've already talked on this earlier, that the hitmen are there to take out the other team so they can get the money somehow, the drugs. And Barry, without thinking, shoots the fucking long-haired guy, played by Nicky Katt, who we just learned died this year, too.
There you have it, all dressed like a woman. I don't know why. Why is it?
Why was he dressed like a woman? Why did he have makeup on? That's fucking weird. And there's a really good moment. I don't know if your slideshow is going to capture it, but when Barry Newman points a gun at the Limey, Wilson is his name. He points the gun at him, and you think, "Oh, that's it." And he doesn't squeeze the trigger, and instead he just, I don't know if he dies, he just like relaxes and dies, or if he just said fuck it and just relaxes and lays there preparing to die. Yeah, this is his dumbass buddy. This guy's a fucking moron. He gets smoked.
They really die of dumbness.
Yep.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's real.
Dumbness.
It is. They're, because I said they're all half-wits in this scene, killing each other because they're fucking morons. And they do, out of their own fucking fears and greed, everything for Wilson to get his revenge. But then Wilson gets to the guy, learns that the reason his daughter died is because of something that she used to do as a child to keep him from leaving the house. I'm going to call the cops on you, put you away. And Peter Fonda panicked because he thought she meant it. And when he panicked, he accidentally knocked her back into this fucking hard ceramic tile on the shower and fucking kills her. And he takes a couple of shots at him. Can't fucking shoot. His character's bullets going everywhere.
That's why he's hiring these dumbasses. Should have checked for brain cells before paying them. They're not very good at that job.
Yeah, Cameron stepped away from film and now she's back again, but doing commercials. It's weird.
She needs money.
I can tell you how it happens. It's what I said. Somebody gives them contact information. It's because it's hard to find people. And I know a lot of people in Hollywood, and I've had a few of them on. But I've had them on a couple times, and I'm like, what am I going to do when I have them on a third time? I don't know. And there's some of my friends in Hollywood that just don't want to do interviews. Drew Struzan's one of them. I'm friends with him and his wife, Dylan, both.
We have this
I've talked
question
about
here.
her coming on the show. Maybe to some people, but Limey is a term of affection by a lot of Americans, in particular towards those from England. It could probably be used as a slur too, but I call all my British friends or English friends Limeys, not British, because Britain also includes Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland. And so, I mean specifically England. I call my friends from England Limeys.
Here comes the revelation.
What? What?
Here when he's asking, and when he's telling
Oh
her
yeah.
what happened, and he goes, "Oh." I said,
Yeah. And the minute he finds out about the phone, you can see the shift in his face.
"Yep."
And all that anger goes away when he understands this is as much my fault as anybody.
This is a very melancholic movie.
Yeah, I've had conversations with I actually had a conversation with a film director not too long ago about coming on the show. And of course, you guys know I'm friends with Ian Diaz, and we've had him on. But other than new projects, I really don't know what to talk to some of these guys about. Al Nickerson, by the way, comic celebrity, he'll be joining us for our Blade Runner. Our first Sci-Fi Saturday will be talking about 1982's theatrical cut of Blade Runner. And we'll be using the European cut, but we'll be talking about the American cut too. And Al Nickerson, I fucking love that guy. But he's going to be what I refer to as a guest panelist, not a guest. Paul's going to do the same thing. You guys know him from Heavy Spoilers. He's going to join us at some point. Sandy Calora has talked about coming on with his wife, who is an amazing artist, by the way. And Sandy, of course, is the guy who made and directed Batman Dead Ends.
Okay, we have a
Really good.
again 11 Alpha, bringing down the knowledge. Limey is a short for lime juicer, and was originally an Australian slur for the English. Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know we use it a lot here in the U.S., so we adopted that, I guess, from the Aussies, who are kind of like us, if you think about it.
It refers to the lime ration given English sailors to combat scurvy. Okay.
We're probably going to have my friend Frank LaLoggia back on, filmmaker, actor. I like that guy a lot. We're good friends. We've been friends for a while.
He's the one who did The Lady in White, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I've talked to Katie about coming on the show too. I love her. She worked on a lot of fucking great movies. She worked with Sam Peckinpah for years, like over a decade. She worked with him. Just something else. I'm looking through the list because there was another filmmakers I talked to. I've tried to get Charlie on for a long time. Charlie Desalarica, that's Ridley Scott's DVD, Blu-ray producer. He does all the documentaries and little featurettes and designs the the menu system and everything that goes on it for his movies. And we've been friends 1997, 96, 97, right in that area.
Wouldn't know. Oops.
Vicki Rhodes, of course, she's worked as second unit director on a lot of movies.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I'm going through my chats right now, looking to see who I've talked to.
Any chance of having?
Oh, here it is. What?
Any chance of having Sean for the Blade Runner show?
John
Young.
Sean
Young. Rachel.
Oh, Sean Young. I don't know. She's evasive. She's ethereal. She sends me photos and then will go long periods of time without responding to messages. I don't know. I don't think she ignores me or anything. It's just she has a life. She has kids. She has a family. So I tend to not want to bother her much. So the other one I talked to is Jesse V. Johnson. He's worked on the movie Avengement, Debt Collectors, Hell Hath No Fury, Chief of Station. A lot of action, B action movies. And I actually kind of like his movies. One I have a beef with, Adam and I watched both with Thomas Jane and John Malkovich, called One Ranger, because Thomas Jane's trigger discipline was just fucking awful in that movie. I got so fucking angry at that. He's a fucking Texas Ranger, and he's got the worst trigger discipline. And he's a director that I've talked to. He likes my music, by the way. He really liked it. But anyway, I will talk to him about coming on the show to maybe talk about something. Because what is he working on right now? See if he's working on anything. Give me a second. Let's see, D. Johnson. Did I see Dean Yeager on there? What? Jagger. Okay. Different name. Let's see. Anything he's working on. Let's see. Upcoming. He has 6 projects. Oh, wow. I could get him to talk about any of these. He's got a movie in pre-production called Lion's Den, post-production with Thieves Highway, post-production on Above and Below, pre-production on Afterward, pre-production for Irish Dog, and post-production on and it's a TV series called The Pendragon Cycle. He did 2 episodes. Let me hit this guy up.
Oh, Sander, you. Well, who am I kidding? I was waiting for that. So here we go. While Gary looks for whatever he's looking.
No, I just said I'm writing him right now.
So lonely and sad, alone.
There you go, Sander.
Yeah, no, we covered that too. Can't have a show
Which
without
one?
it. Oh, Sandra and his Team America stuff.
What was it? Oh, it was my buddy Mark Center who introduced us. From Don Ecker. He told me I should really talk to this guy. So I hooked up with him. We talked a little bit. Nice guy. And he really liked my music. So I wrote him, hey, Jesse, I'm part of the YouTube channel Discussing Film. We would love to have you on. How should I say it? A few of us are huge action movies fans. Would that be an accurate way?
A few? I
Or should
think
I just
everybody in
say
this channel.
we are? Anima hates action movies.
What?
That those one too. Jesus.
What do you think?
Yeah,
she
I'm
did,
not going to give you guys credit. I'm going to make this all about me, and it's just going to say I'm a huge action movie fan. Fuck you guys.
You can do
I
whatever
wrote,
you want.
we are huge action movie fans and love your work. There,
What is
afternoon.
this?
Bagaga?
Thunder is
There we go. I matched him. So there you go. I'll get Jesse on, and we'll talk about one of his films.
I don't know what
which-
Sandra's talking about.
I think of,
me neither.
I think of, wait, what?
Look at what
Sandra.
Sander is.
Sandra is talking shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He wants that video. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he wants that video. So let's give him the fucking video because we still have it, don't we? Austrians and their weird exercise machines. Good one, Hammerschlag. All right, so I invited this guy and to join us here. I'll share my screen. Share screen. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee.
What?
Oh, it won't let me. I got to do it the other way. I have to do it in this browser. Fucking hate this. Paste and go. And here. And by the way, I want to do some more of Terence Stamp's films. We should do the Queen of the Desert movie. And we should definitely do The Hit. So that's Jesse V. Johnson. He's worked on a few movies. I really love Avengement. That's a good movie. Chief of Station's a very good film. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It actually took a while to get this movie distributed because I actually got to see a bootleg of it over a year, like 2 years before it finally got released. And it's got Aaron Eckhart in it, and I love Aaron Eckhart. Good fucking actor. It's got Olga Kurylenko, and she is gorgeous, man. I don't really know any of these other fuckers. I like the name though, Pettifer. Yeah, I don't know who any of these fucking people are. None of them. But those two I know. And it's a good film. He directed that one. And maybe we do that movie. That might be a good idea. And then at the same time, we can also talk about something he's going to be on. I will tell him I would love to discuss. Oh, you cocksucker.
Ah, I don't know about using
There we
that
go.
word in that message.
Oh, it's just me bitching because I've got big fingers and all keyboards are tiny to me. I'm like Hagrid trying to use a keyboard or Shrek. So there we go. I sent him an invite to be on the show and we could talk. I told him 2 films I would love to talk about. I love Avengement and I love Chief of Station. And I liked this movie, One Ranger, but I had problems with some of it. And I think it was the writing and also the way the action went. It just wasn't right to me, the way it was done. Hit that. Oh, umlaut. Yeah, I gave up years ago trying to get special accent marks. It never works for me. Never fucking works for me. I just go and I find it. I go online and I look for that text letter with the accent mark, and then put it in, copy and paste it into my fucking document. I like the movie Billy Budd. It's a good movie. Now, I actually know who David Koepp is. And don't forget, we've actually had some big names on here. I mean, we've had Rod Lurie on, like, I think 3 times. We've had actor Phil Morris on a few times. We've had Dale Dye comes on whenever I ask him. And he's my boss. And I feel like I'm abusing a privilege when I have him on.
No, that's like
But
once
he has
a
a good
year,
time.
maybe.
He has a
Maybe
good
like
time.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say it this way: the world needs more of that man.
Yes, I agree.
I need to find something for you guys just to show you something that was so funny that Zoe did. She came up with this great idea, and I'm like, we can turn this into a thing. Let me look it up, see if I can find it. That video just cracks me up with her. And oh, cool. Dates posted from. There we go. Me. Found it. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's the other video she did. Okay, I'll show this one too. This one was funny because I have an outtake at the end of the video. And she was wishing Dale Dye a happy birthday. Oh shit, it won't let me share again. Motherfucker. I swear to God, I
StreamYard
fucking
hates
hate
you.
this. It really does. Share screen. Stage, and here we go. This is Zoe wishing Dale Dye a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Skipper. Semper Fi.
And now for the outtake.
Happy birthday, Skipper. Semper Fi.
Number 5.
He's so cute.
Yeah, I made fun of her in the video. Like, did you say Semper 5? All right, let me see if I can find that other video.
Guys, I'll be back.
Oh, this is a good one. This is Zoe with Dale and Julia at Christmas. We spent Christmas together back in 21. That was fun. Looking. Not seeing it.
What are you looking for?
That video of her when she smacked me in the head.
Oh, that one. Gambit, that's his daughter. That's not a son. It's a girl.
Yeah, it's my daughter.
It's Zoe.
Who thought it was a boy?
Gambit.
With those giant. Like,
Gambit, is this your son
boobs.
from the clip?
She's had boobs since she was like 11. Poor thing.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Gambit. Definitely a girl. I met her too.
He's just, he frustrates me some days, but I just love her so much.
Yeah, but when she came into the house and saw me for real for the first time, her reaction was priceless. That was so much fun. She was like, "Oh my god, you're even tinier than I thought you were." Because I was sitting next to Gary.
Yes.
That makes everybody look tiny.
And you made her look big, which was cute.
What? No.
Yeah, she didn't look so tiny next to you.
She is tiny.
Everybody's tiny to me. Yeah, I'm having trouble. I can't seem to find this fucking video. I know I posted it, and it seems like I posted it back in 2014.
Eleven Alpha says, so Gary is a
Hard to
huge
believe.
action fan and Anima is a tiny one. You're right.
I'm a big action fan. She's a tiny. She's a tiny like a bambino. Estidora, escuch. Because that's what she would do. The nun would do that when she would say that to me.
I know.
Escuch. Which from what I learned from friends that are Italian, it just basically means bonehead or knucklehead or hardhead, and listen up. The director David Schmoller, he directed Tourist Trap. Also worked with and talked about Klaus Kinski on a live stream. Again, a small channel. I know what point you're trying to fucking make, Tom. Yeah, I get it. What's wrong with your channel? Fuck you. Help us. Because clearly somebody fucking helped them to find out how to contact these people. I don't know how to contact them. Like, small channels can't get big names on them. Like, no shit, Sherlock. We've had people. You're acting like we've never had anybody on our channel. I've had people that were nominated for Oscars on our channel.
He's only been around for a year.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Tom. Jeez, Marie.
What
Yeah,
is this?
I got
What is
smacked
this
for
question?
saying that.
There's again. Of course, we have Anima.
No. He showed the clip of Zoe and
Oh,
Gambit was thinking that is a boy.
It's not my son Benjamin, even though they do look a lot alike. It's weird how much you can tell my son Benjamin and my daughter Zoe are so related. Both of them are also kind of dramatic.
Oh, Zoe is super dramatic.
Yeah, Zoe, this is like Anima will watch me while I'm on a phone call with her, and she'll watch me go, oh, like my head will drop in the middle of Zoe talking, like, oh my God.
Fenrir, you have no idea the things Anima has to contend with here. She's a soldier.
There's a reason why I'm the only girl on this channel.
She's
grew up
the
with 5
only one who
brothers.
can take it.
Oh, yeah. Growing up with 5 younger brothers, you learn to deal with Sausage Fest.
Oh yeah.
Keith
So,
called that out. The very first
just
show I
to
did
chill
with
you
them.
out, Tom, I just emailed a movie director to get him to come on the show just now.
Yeah, I'm between
I don't-
5'1" and 5'2".
And I don't know if he'll come on. Because a lot of them don't answer. And I don't think it's because they're being rude. I just think they're fucking busy.
Hey, can you scroll down that picture? from Louis.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm curious about the picture
What do you-
that Louis shared.
Oh, with Bruce Campbell. Fake
Awesome.
knife. I have the Anchor Bay released copy of Stryker's War, also known as Thou Shalt Not Kill Except by Josh Becker. And Bruce Campbell was a producer on it, but he was so pissed that somebody else was playing Stryker and not him because he had done the original 8mm version when they were younger. And Sam is in the movie. He plays the Charles Manson character in the movie. And they got some unknown actor to play the hero in it. Yeah, Danny DeVito, man, that guy is fucking old. I've been trying, Tom, to get him to come back, but he's so busy being a grandpa and a son. Like he's the one that deals so much with the stuff going on with his dad, and then he's babysitting his grandkids, and he does find it a relief to come here because this is where he likes hanging out. He likes hanging out with us, but sadly, he's got a lot on his plate, and it breaks my heart because I almost didn't want to continue doing the show because not having Keith around is why I started doing the show.
That's the best shows when we have him.
Okay, I found it. All right. I finally found it. This is Zoe being Zoe. And audio, there we go. Can you add it, Martin?
Yes, I can.
Okay, here we go. So, is it up?
Yep. Oh my God. Yes.
Thank you.
That's what
So
she said.
we're going to be moving the deadlines up to about 1 week. So
You just got Dad.
That's my daughter. And I think she hit me with a wooden brush. Can't remember
Something
what she hit me
hard,
with.
yeah.
It was heavy. It was something heavy too, because it knocked my head forward when she hit me.
Well, you had a helmet. Do not complain.
I did not have the helmet. She put it on me, and that is a real M1 helmet. I don't have it anymore. A lot of the things were, like I told you, lost in the fire. All my costumes for when I had models come in for posing for book covers and shit, gone. I can't afford to do that. I don't make that kind of money anymore. Nobody wants artists anymore. AI's just, I've become obsolete career-wise.
Well, I would say
No, I was just reading. You'd say,
it's time to wrap up.
Yep, we're 20 minutes over.
yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
And remember, people, like the show, share the stream, and leave a comment.
Yep. And check to make sure if you are subscribed that you're still subscribed. Don't know why YouTube does that, but it does. Kicks people. So I want to thank Snorty, Emmanuel, Penny, Tom Baker, Meth, 11 Alpha, Glenn Fleming, Andy Morrow, Das Wolfen, Finra Howells. Welcome to the show. Sandra Hammerschlag, Real Wade Nation Gaming. Thanks, guys, for coming here, man. It was fun hanging out and nice talking about this movie. And it's a sad day, man. We lost Terence Stamp, you know. Humans, we get old, we die.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Look at that. Das Wolfen has been a member for 45 months.
And he's still Subed.
Too cheap for a second B.
Yeah, you cheap motherfucker. Put another B in there. Buy another consonant. Peace and long life. Yes, live long and prosper. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
See
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.